Hey guys, Chaps here, and I'm joined by Schwartz and Jess. Today we're going to be chatting about Gears 4 character skins. What we like, what we don't like, some problematic skins, and then we'll get into some discussion about what we want to see in the future. Before we dive into that, I just wanted to say that this is actually our second time recording this because
Chaps is a dork.
I messed up and didn't record it properly the first time. So yeah, this is a redo. Enjoy. Alright, with that, let's kick things off with what skins we liked in Gears 4. So Jess, you start us off.
Alright, some of my favorites were... Where's my list? Oh, wait.
She's prepared.
Armored Cantus. I like the Armored Cantus and the Stalker Cantus. I thought those were really done well. They had some good details on them. My favorites, though, were probably the UIR female and the Savage drone, just because... I mean, the UIR female because she was different, and it was a different armor type, and her lines were awesome. And Savage drone because he likes bondage, I guess. I don't know.
I didn't really think about the characters' lines when I was thinking about which characters I like.
It adds to it.
That is interesting. That's something I didn't really think about. You brought up Savage Drone. So what do you like about him?
Fresh.
Like you used him in Gears 3 and Ultimate Edition?
Yes.
And 4. So you clearly like that character. What is it about that?
I don't know. I think I always like characters based on their attire, and I don't know. His looks so interesting and different.
He's like a mummy with a scuba mask.
He's got like wooden stakes in his arm, and he's got fishnets and a scuba mask. By the way, TC, I want scuba mask options for Gears 5 because he had scuba mask options in Gears 3.
He's like the closest thing to like a Mad Max character in the Gears.
That's another thing. I like that whole apocalyptic look.
Oh, Schwartz, so what about you? What would you say your favorite types of skins were?
I do like most of the Locust characters that they introduced were really well done, I think. Like, I'm hard pressed to think of one that I thought didn't look cool, especially Rom. He was pretty dope.
Yeah.
But my favorite character skins still remain the Goofy one. The goofier the better, honestly. I have to bring up Diaper Oscar because I know you guys hate him so much.
Yeah. So
and
actually,
it's hilarious to me.
You know what would go really well with your Diaper Oscar is as we're recording this right now, the Gears Esports stuff is going on, and they've got those like creepy clown weapon skins.
Oh boy.
I bet those would go really well with your Oscar if you're just trying to make a nice statement. But yeah, I hate those like weird characters, whatever. I love it on weapon skins. I hate it on characters.
Oscar went on a really bad streak for me and put a bad taste in my mouth moving forward.
Yeah, when the game launched, I didn't think I would be that opposed to the like weird characters or whatever, but after seeing Oscar in a diaper a few times, I was like, okay,
To me, the characters in this game, this game is unique, and you know when it comes to gameplay and the lore, and I just feel like we're not one of those. It's not one of those games where you would expect like Fortnite skins. Like I don't want a cheerleader. I don't want all that stupid bikini. Oh, sorry, bikini stuff. And you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I just want skins that fit the universe better.
So along those lines, we had Merchant Naval Dizzy, the UIR, Incog Marine, Lieutenant Phoenix, and Lieutenant Walker. Like, all of these lore-based skins that were implemented. And to me, some of them were really... Actually, they were all really cool, and if you understand the details that went into them, it's really cool. But things like the Incog Marine and... Actually, the Lieutenant ones were pretty cool. But, like, Incog Marine, for example... To me, it really blends in with a lot of the other standard COG, unless you like really focus on it. So
the Incog Marine?
Yeah.
I always thought they were bulkier.
I liked
just
a lot of the characters that didn't have like armor on them. I thought they like to me like the JD character or the Dell and the JD characters that they released were cool, but I don't know like uh, something like Steamboat Dizzy stands out a lot more for me just because he's not wearing your standard like armor
yeah,
and he has this like unique look to him. Plus he's dizzy, so it's hard to hate him.
Steamboat Dizzy.
Popeye. It's like Popeye Dizzy. Yeah, no, I liked that, and when the lieutenant skins that they did, Dell stood out with his glasses. Steamboat Dizzy, just like his sweater vest or whatever, is fantastic. But it wasn't over the top. It wasn't like the festive skins, because on the COG side at least, the festive skins I really didn't like. Actually, Schwartz probably likes them because they were like really in your face. I like the skins that stand out, but I don't want that to be like the base of the skin.
The festive ones for me, they feel lazy. I mean, at least Diaper Oscar has like an actual costume he's wearing. It's not just him like
It's a
spray
diaper.
painted a different color.
Is Diaper Dizzy gonna be in Gears 5
One
shorts?
article of clothing. Are you into the chest
crossed my
hair?
mind.
Are you not?
I want Disney in like the Borat Speedo. That's what I mean.
Let's see. So yeah, I like the things that stand out on the characters. I just don't want that to be like the foundation of the character. Things along the lines of some of the Black Steel ones, like Black Steel DR1, for example. It had those like bright red accent lines on it. I thought those were really cool. It helped that character kind of stand out a little bit.
All of the glowing, like the emitted light features on the skins look cool. Unfortunately, they're all tied to esports packs that you have to pay for, so I never actually got to use them.
Except for Lambent.
Yeah.
That they brought back are glowing, and like, holy crap, those are awesome looking.
Those were done really well.
But I haven't actually had the chance to use those either.
Yeah.
It's been a quick minute since I played Gears.
Yeah, because
So
like
sad.
a lot of the characters that they bring back, like Jess's Savage Drone, it looks a lot like the previous game. The Lambent ones, it seems like they almost started from scratch. Like, they look really cool, and maybe it's just the different type of lighting or glowing effect they have on it, but I really like those. Let's see. So, what do you not like?
What was that?
What do you not like? I mean, I've said I don't like the ones that are like really crazy or whatever, but
Oh,
Schwartz.
sorry, you cut out like it froze, and I was like, okay, I hope he doesn't
Oh.
talk to me.
No, I was saying, what do you
And it
not
froze again.
what do you not like? Schwartz, we'll start with you actually, because you actually like the ones that I don't like, so I'm kind of curious. What do you not like?
I don't like some connection issues here. I'm not a huge fan of like the zombie skins. They're cool on paper, but they look too much like locusts, and I don't know, they wore thin, especially back when it was just they had one line that they repeated over and over again.
How do you feel about the zombie skins that were like Anthony Carmine or?
They worked better to me when it was like canon related, like characters that were actually dead, who had their zombie characters reflected their death in some way. That was cool.
Mm-hmm. They still do look like Swarmside though.
Yeah,
it's annoying playing with them because I always think they're locusts.
yeah.
That's
Min
like first time I've seen.
Min in particular, I really like the way he looks with the like giant knife wound through him. But yeah, there are a lot of times that I've shot at my teammates who are wearing the zombie skin. Especially if you have a teammate who has a zombie skin on and they just chainsawed somebody so they have
Yes.
blood on them as well. Then they
Yes.
just like completely blend in and it's like, what the hell, guys?
I'm not a huge fan of like. It's not necessarily a particular skin in particular, but the fact that they had these sets where all the characters got like the same kind of version or variation on whatever theme it was, and then they ended up being kind of, I don't know, not as effective. They don't stand out as much because there's a bunch of like characters that all look the same.
So Day of the Dead, Color Blast, things like that.
Yeah. I actually think I kind of I sort of like Day of the Dead. I feel like they could have gone a little bit further with it. Again, it comes down to the fact that it feels like they had to have like one little thing for each character, so
Yeah.
the skins aren't as interesting as they could be. I feel like if they'd picked one or two characters and given them a like really detailed Day of the Dead skin, that would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd agree with that whole like group thing. I don't really like a lot of the skins where they said, "Oh, we're gonna do a color blast variation of all these characters." I think the only one that I actually did like was the Spectre series that they did on the Swarm side, where they did like a white variation of all the characters. I think that's the only like large group one that I liked. Let's see. The I'm just looking at my notes real quick. I don't like the bright base colors like
Color Blast.
those weren't even that bright base colors. I was thinking more of the festive where like the base color of it was just a bright color. There's a lot of dark skins that don't have like any accents or anything on them, especially on the I'd say the Swarm side. A lot of the characters tend to blend in with each other and look very similar.
I can see that.
Jess, what do you dislike the most?
I mean, pretty much any of them with Oscar. Sorry, Schwartz. I really didn't like Santa's Little Helper Oscar or Rookie Luchador Oscar, the wrestling Oscars. But aside from those, I'd have to go with like Color Blast or Biker Marcus or.
So you pointed out Rookie Luchador. Do you like the other Luchador ones?
No,
Okay. It's
I
like
would
you.
say
that one's just the one I hate the most out of that grouping.
it was kind of dumb for them to have like the wrestler and the luchador Oscar skins. Like they're
Yeah.
virtually.
It,
So why did they spend so much time on it?
there was a big backlash after the Luchador ones as well. But like, why did they continue and actually release the
Yeah.
wrestling ones? I would have
Could
thought they
even-
would have scrapped it after that.
You know, I could even throw in those feral.
Oh yeah, those were dumb.
Those were.
Yeah.
Let's give them a different color loincloth.
Yeah, it was
And
weird.
give you duplicates so you can't fucking delete. Oh, sorry. Duplicates
Yeah.
so you can't.
This is a very passionate recording.
So earlier we brought up it was the zombie ones where you get them confused between what team they're on. A couple others that I've had issues with like that are, I think it was the medics are white, right? Don't
Yes.
they have the white armor, and then you have the Spectre ones on the Swarm side, so those are both white.
Not a whole lot of people use those, though.
No, they don't. Actually, yeah. So let's go back to those medics real quick. Medics aren't bad, but like having UIR, standard cog, medic, like all these different types of cogs in their base form with male and female, and then the helmetless variation with male and female.
Oh, yeah.
There are way too many of those that they're not different enough to really justify having that many characters.
No, I know. I don't even see helmetless variants being used a whole lot either.
No.
I mean, I know some people have asked for that, but I
Have
don't.
they?
I don't mind the helmetless variants. I mean, it's kind of cool to be able to put a face to like the UIR characters. I will say I don't
Except
think
they all have the same face.
that's true. That's a little lame, and I think that could have been executed better. But I don't see the point of having like a blue and a green version of the UIR characters. I would rather just have like a green version and the helmetless versions. You don't need 16 different UIR characters, you know.
Yeah. Let's see. So going back to those like problematic being able to tell the difference between the teams, Jess, one that you've brought up some issues with in the past are the thrash ball type ones. You want to talk about those a bit?
And here.
Oh, hey, can you hear us? You were cutting out.
I can hear
I'm
you
just
now.
watching the video connection, like bars drop to 0 here for a second.
Oh yeah, nice.
I can hear
So
you. Okay.
so yeah, I was saying one of the issues that we had with or one of the issues you've brought up with problematic skins are the thrash ball type ones. Do you want to talk about those?
Yeah, and this probably can go along with, it's one of those instances that aren't seen a whole lot, but I've noticed that when I see, let's say I'm on the cog side and I see Thrash Ball, Locust Sniper on the other team, and then, a lot of the maps are dark, not all of them are light, and I kind of get it confused with Thrash Ball Cole because although it's a small detail, the spikes on the helmet are missing that is on the original Thrash Ball drone. So to me, it looks like Thrash Ball Cole.
Yeah. And then it's the thrash ball guys like the esports ones, right?
Yeah, more so the Ghost Gaming one, just because it's like darker colors. The
Okay.
Optic one has green on it, but
Yeah.
dark maps, dark colors.
Yeah. And also like telling the difference between Onyx Gold people and the freaking leaders in Guardian is kind of a mess. If you stand them right next to each other, you can tell the difference, but like heat of the moment, running around the map, you see a gold dude, you're like, oh, that's the leader.
Let's
No.
add Palace Guard to that too.
Yeah.
But
Which I don't think that's so much an issue with the skins as it is just an issue with why did they make the Guardian just painted gold.
yeah, that's true. That's
Well,
what
he
I was
walked
gonna
under
say.
a ladder and knocked over a
No.
bucket of gold paint.
No, I think that was a poor choice, and I don't think that. I mean, it was never a problem in Gears 3. I didn't really play in Gears 2 if it was there, so.
I
Yeah.
I imagine Guardian will be back in Gears 5, and I imagine that it will not be a golden leader.
Will we have the proper leaders, like maybe Jin and.
Jin and
whatever?
Robot Jin?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, Jin and Robot Jin would be pretty cool. I don't think that's going to
Can we
happen.
get like Robot
That would be a
Swarm Jin?
nice, easy fix, but also there's so many different ways they could have come up with to differentiate the characters.
Yeah.
Just pick one that isn't quite that
Yeah.
easy, I guess.
Let's see. Oh, another problematic skin. This one's not really problematic in the fact that you can't tell the difference between teams. It's more of you barely can tell the difference between the skin and its alternate. It's kind of like the feral ones where they just have the loincloth and it has a different type of tiger pattern on it or whatever. But Jess absolutely loves the Reyna. What is Outsider Reyna?
I was opening it up right now. I think it's Renegade Reyna and Outsider Reyna, I think. And what bothers me the most is Outsider Reyna is a friggin' green card, and Renegade Reyna is a purple card, and the only difference is what? The color of the sash? It's ridiculous.
Was one of them a pre-order bonus or something?
No, wasn't that Vintage Reyna?
Yeah, the vintage stuff was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which also the only difference there is some more different coloration. Like
Yeah.
the skins
Yeah.
are still
And
the
also
same.
made it like super hard to get. I mean, based on luck, but it's stupid.
In general, the pre-order bonuses for this game sucked.
Yeah.
They weren't that great.
No. I don't think I used them that much.
Yeah, and so Schwartz, you mentioned it's just the other ones are just a different coloration of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think in general that's just something that people don't want. People want variants of a character. They don't want a new color scheme on an existing character.
There's an awful lot of that in this game, especially with the tier 1 or the skins that shipped with the game. There was an awful lot of just different colors for the same character model.
Yep. Let's see. So we've covered what we like, what we don't like, and then we've covered some that are we'd say problematic skins. let's move on to kind of what we want to see in the future in Gears 5. So we'll start off with what was missing. What characters would you want to see? Or what, like, themes would you want to see?
I mean, I got to go with my staples: wheelchair Hoffman and adolescent, or I don't know, 5-year-old Marcus or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
5-year-old Marcus obviously scaled down to a 5-year-old's height, right?
yeah. Like he's a small character, but like whenever he shoots a gun, it like blows him, like knocks him over. So there's that trade-off in
Yeah.
size difference, but also like you gotta adjust your playstyle, you know.
Oh, of course.
Same with
talking
wheelchair
about?
Hoffman. I mean, whenever he's like,
Oh,
he
jeez.
can roll around the map real fast. But, like,
Jess, did you cut out and just come back to us talking about Tiny Jim?
Wheelchair. Yeah.
Yeah. Jess, so what characters were missing that you would want to see?
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
Man, last time it was Schwartz having issues. This time it's you having issues. But
No, I feel. I don't know. You guys keep going like freezing every once in a while. Okay, go ahead.
so what characters are missing from this that you would like to see in Gears 5?
I don't think I'm the only one, but I would have liked to have seen Paddock and Sophia and Valera.
So
Just
the Judgment characters, some of the like Gears 3
the Ram Shadow.
Ram Shadow ones, and
Oh,
then
and Jace.
yeah.
Although
Yeah.
we'll probably never see Jace again unless he gets a new voice actor.
Yeah. Or they could do a stranded pack, right?
yeah, I'd like to see every single stranded character except that one.
That really
The old
annoying.
guy. Was it the old guy?
Yeah, I can't remember his name. I hate him. I don't want him in that pack.
Yeah.
Every other
Yeah.
stranded character is fine though.
Dude, having Hanley.
That's right.
Oh yeah, me.
Yeah, I don't want you. Yeah, get out of here.
No, but dude, having Hanley, like
Yeah,
the drunk
That'd
guy
be
with his callouts in multiplayer.
Oh man, his voice lines could be
Yeah.
awesome.
yeah, that would be hilarious. Actually, I don't know how how they're gonna make this happen, but it needs to happen. I want an Archer character pack
Oh
because
boy.
I really want to run around as Cheryl, and every time anybody near her says something, she yells, "You're not my supervisor." That would make my day.
Like-
That would be the only character I ever play as.
And like Krieger throwing a smoke grenade, going smoke bomb.
Yeah, smoke bomb. Yes,
But like Archer seems like it would fit in really well in the Gears or like Gears multiplayer, but I don't really want to see those out. Actually, I don't know how I feel about that. Part of me just really doesn't want to see those, and then the other part of me is like, okay, there's some that would be hilarious, and I would love to see it. I don't really like we're being serious and bringing in, like, I didn't like bringing in the Run the Jewels characters. Or, in Judgment, they brought in some of the Bulletstorm characters, and they were just kind of there.
They were just kind of there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd forgotten about it, so I think he's right. As much as I hate to say that.
Let's see, one that a lot of people have been requesting is Onyx Guard, which I have my theories as to why it wasn't brought into the game, and like
Theories.
yeah, it's like one, I just don't think we needed another. Well, one of the reasons I'm glad it didn't come over is I don't think we need another fairly generic looking cog guy with a different color scheme and some slight armor variations. But I think the biggest reason is if you think about if they brought him over, they could have recorded some new voice stuff for him and had anyone do it, but they probably would have gotten some backlash. So they would have had to like actually get the original voice actor, come in, record a bunch of lines, record all the new lines that are needed for Gears 4, and then you have to link that to the character, go through all the QA stuff. It gets expensive to do that and to bring someone in to record those lines. And then once it's in, what can you do? You can do like, oh, we're going to do a helmetless Onyx Guard, or maybe the Black Steel Onyx Guard. But those are really your only options with it. If you bring in like if you bring in another character like a Dell or a JD type thing, or you bring in someone from a past game like Dom, you can have different variations of that skin and use the same voice lines. With Onyx Guard, you come in, you get those voice lines, and you can only make like a couple characters out of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's my take on it. You also like, if you think about all the DLC characters, obviously Ice-T has a good relationship with Rod Ferguson, and they got Griffin to come back. But what other like post-launch characters did they release that required new voice dialogue?
Well, they found ways around with the Palace Guard and Srock, I believe.
Yeah, like all of the Locust and Swarm guys, they were able to use existing,
Yeah, they
like,
were able to just lower it, or
and especially because they're not actually saying anything, or like they're some of them are, but like for the most part, they're just like grunts and growls and stuff on the.
But yeah, now that you bring that up, I don't think.
Yeah, it's voiceover stuff's expensive and time consuming. Like outside of Griffin, which you guys know, you saw when Rod tweeted out the stuff that hey, Griffin's gonna be in the game. You saw how long it took before they actually released him, right?
Yeah,
It's time consuming.
yeah.
I don't think they have anyone else. They brought anyone else in to do voice stuff, but I don't know.
I don't think they did either.
So
Sorry, I'm
yeah,
just scrolling through the list.
yeah. All right. What else would you want to see?
I would want to see. Sorry, Schwartz. I would want to see less weekly stuff and just better content. You know, I don't think quarterly, but like maybe monthly or bi-monthly. Like
Yeah,
I don't. I'd rather substitute quality over quantity.
I don't
But I
need
know that's
500
not how they
skins
work.
that I'm not going to choose ever. I'd
Yeah.
rather have
This
50 of that.
game was all about. It seems like it changed near the end, but at launch it was all about quantity over quality, which was really unfortunate. And that really shows in the way you select your character as well. They had the like card system that had like all of the characters laid out there, and that's great to showcase like, oh my god, look at how many characters we have. There's so many to scroll through. But at the same time, like you're kind of just adding characters for the sake of adding them, and most people aren't using a lot of the characters.
Ooh, wait. I can't hear you now. Hang on.
I can hear you. Your picture's just frozen, and it's fantastic. You just got an idea. It's like brain blast. All right, you're good. Nope, and I can't hear.
Ooh, I'm back. I'm back.
Okay, cool.
Okay, what I was gonna say was Mira. I think they had to bring him back Mira.
They
Wait. Didn't
That's
I?
it. That's it, though. To record the Gears 4 lines.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I was scrolling through and I got to Mira, so just want to throw that out there.
I'm kind of curious. Like, did they bring Mira back, or like her actor, to record more lines, or did they take the Gears 3 lines?
Yeah, but they would still have to do some lines, right?
I don't know.
To be honest, I don't notice really what the character is saying unless it's something outrageous, like the UIR female who just was like in your face the whole time.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it kind of blends into the background.
On the COG side, they definitely need to record lines because of all the horde stuff with the fabricator and fortifications. On
Oh,
the
yeah. I could be wrong on Mira then.
the swarm side, like maybe they did, and maybe there is some stuff, but they may have just had a workaround where they're like, okay, we're not going to have as many lines for her. I don't know.
Maybe. She did have a lot in Gears 3.
On the topic of like quantity over quality and character selection, scrolling through the list of cards, what do you guys want to see for character selection? Like options.
Well, I
Like-
think one that gets brought up all the time is like customizable characters,
Yeah.
which I wouldn't necessarily be against. I think it needs to be implemented properly. I think that like it'd be cool to kind of build your own character and give him his own personality, and have like certain different armor pieces or like attachments like knives or something to choose from. But I feel like it needs to be done with an eye towards like how is it connected with the lore of Gears of War, and not just like giving you a bunch of like weird ass opportunity or options to choose from.
So, do you think they should have custom faces like not maybe not Rainbow Six style, like scan your face and have that do the thing, but like should people be able to change the eye color, eye width, like mouth style, nose size, that type of stuff?
Why?
I don't know. Like
Some people want that. I don't. I
I
don't
don't.
see a point of it in Gears.
Yeah, I mean, how often do you look at your multiplayer character's face? And at the same time, like there aren't that many of those like completely customizable character model options that actually look good in the end. Like
Yeah,
I'm just thinking of the last RPGs that I've played where I've been able to futz with the face construction, and they always end up looking odd.
and
I'd rather
besides, this is
just
Gears
have.
where like a lot of the characters have personalities, and like I'm not gonna design
Mhm.
my own generic cog when I could play as like Dizzy or Min or something like that. You know?
If you did want to play as a generic cog, maybe you get helmet options.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that what was it? Halo Reach, maybe had like a great system of being able to change out your legs, your torso, your arms, stuff like that. So if you had a generic cog, you could kind of use that system to do different like armor pieces and change out each section. Or if you are on Marcus, you could cycle through the head. You could be like classic Marcus head or like old man Marcus with the beard.
Oh my god, that would make it so much easier to like, I don't know, pick a character.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be cool. And then it might be interesting to have like certain customization options tied to like achievements or things that you do in the game,
they certainly
or like
need to have something like that, and I think they will based on their previous comments.
but like if you reach some milestone in multiplayer or in the campaign, you can have like certain, I don't know, uh, cuts or something on your armor or scars that you can put on your character or something like that, where it's like this is your character kind of becomes a like chronicle of your progression through the campaign. That'd be interesting.
Do you want a
Like
like
if
100% completion in the game? You can use a mohawk on Marcus or something.
that'd be cool. Or like it gives you a certain knife that you can put on your, or a certain like piece of armor that you can wear or something like that. I don't know.
It would be cool if there was like a if if each character has their own like customization options to scroll through. If you have 100% achievement on Gears 3, you can get Dom's knife to wear on Marcus or something like that. That'd be
Oh,
really
that'd be cool.
But yeah, I
I think
think the like Halo Reach style, customizing the armor on like all different parts of your body and cycle through those, but have it as a character specific thing, it would be a lot of work, but it'd be really cool.
I think that if they were going to implement like a like customizable face, they should go the like Destiny route where you have a couple of choice like faces you can choose from, but you don't have like complete control over like making the, I don't know, the
Yeah.
way it looks, because I feel like you run the risk of having a character that looks like Donald Duck or something like that, which I feel like would completely ruin the.
Or looks like my Xbox avatar.
Yes, exactly.
Y'all should
Um,
look that up.
But I mean, as
Can-
far and then you could run,
I want to play as my Xbox avatar.
nobody wants you to play as the Xbox as your Xbox avatar.
At least it's not riding a freaking rainbow unicorn like
Hey.
Jess's.
Hey, that unicorn means a lot to me.
But you
It
could
reminds
have
me of
certain
Butt Stallion from Borderlands.
references.
hmm
All right, let's see. So we have talked about things we like, things we don't like, problematic skins. Yeah, Jess, you counting? Things that have been missing, custom characters, some like general things that we want to see in the future game. Is there anything else you guys want to hit on?
Did you talk about random skins?
Oh yeah, it would be nice to like say I want to use a random character skin.
Random character skin. Oh, I had something else in mind, but
random
I forgot.
weapon skin.
No, it had to do with characters. Better UI for that whole choosing process. Jeez.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'd say the judgment system wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't.
And as far as like randomization of characters, I mean, even like select your base character and then have it pick a random.
Oh yeah,
variant
like
of
there
that.
could be so many options for how to randomize a character.
Yeah, one thing I wanted for this was on random weapon skins, but it would have been nice on characters as well. Is you can have an option for I want a random character every match, or another option that's like I'm going to star some as like this is a favorite character, and you can do randomized favorites. So
Pretty cool.
Schwartz, you might pick like Luchador,
Don't.
Oscar, some of the Dizzies, stuff like that as favorites, and be like, okay, randomized favorites. So every match you get one of those, but it's random. I think something like that would be pretty nice.
That would be cool.
Choose your diaper.
Yeah.
Or your ugly Christmas sweater.
Oh my god, Schwartz, Oscar could have a custom diaper that you can scroll through and like select which diaper he's wearing.
Dude, I want like a sumo Oscar. I think that's what they need to do next.
No.
Yes.
You can
Yeah.
get an Oscar that says hot on the butt.
That
Juicy.
too.
Juicy. That's
Juicy.
Yeah.
Juicy Oscar. There we go.
Oh, I have a perfect solution for their Guardian problem. Like, you can pick whatever character you want, it's just the Guardian is wearing a diaper.
On his head.
A golden diaper.
And I think
Yeah.
Right?
Alright, I think that's going to wrap it up for this discussion. This was kind of different from our normal videos, so be sure to let us know if you like these more like discussion-based videos. Also, be sure to let us know down below on Twitter, or also let the Coalition know what types of skins you enjoyed in Gears 4, what you want to see in Gears 5, and what you don't want to see in Gears 5.
we can still shape the future.
Maybe.
Maybe.
So, thanks to Jess and Schwartz for joining me, and thanks for watching, everyone. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.
See ya.
I forgot to hit record.